Mobile phones are small, but they are changing children's brains. Many kids can't eat without watching cartoons. This happens in many homes. One child, only 5 years old, could not speak well. His parents were busy all day, so he watched TV all the time. When kids don't talk to people, they grow slow. They may have speech problems. They may get virtual autism. They may become fat or get weak eyes. Today, children go outside less than people in jail. Many adults use phones to relax, like others use alcohol or cigarettes. Screens are like a drug for kids. In one case, a mother fell down coughing, but her kids didn't look up. They kept watching the screen. Now, let's come and understand the consequences of mobile phone addiction and what parents can do about it. Hello, friends. Let's go back in time to an Indian middle-class home in the 1990s. It's evening. The father is sitting on the sofa, reading a newspaper. The mother is beside him, sharing how her day went. Their 10-year-old daughter is asking for help with her math homework. Meanwhile, the little 3-year-old boy is happily playing with toy cars on the floor. Everyone is together, not just in one room, but in heart and mind. They talk, they laugh, they feel close. Now fast forward to 2025. Same kind of family, same evening. But this time, things are very different. The father is on his phone, scrolling through the news. The mother is watching her favorite show online. The daughter is busy checking Instagram in another corner. The 3-year-old is glued to YouTube shorts on a tablet. They are all in the same house. But no one is really with each other. No one is talking. No one is laughing. Only the light from their screens shines on their faces. At first, this might look normal or harmless. But behind this quiet scene is a growing problem. This screen-filled lifestyle is deeply affecting our children. It's harming their minds, their health, and their future. And sadly, not enough people are talking about it.
These days, screen time seems to be all the time. Most susceptible among us, kids.
Friends, come let's find out the truth of screen addiction based on the latest scientific research. In this video, in October 2024, a big survey was done with over 70,000 parents from cities in India. More than 66% of them said their children are hooked on social media, online shows, or mobile games. Even worse, 58% of parents said this screen addiction has made their kids more angry and impatient. But the most shocking part is this. The World Health Organization says that children under 2 years should not have any screen time at all. For children aged 2 to 4, the limit should be just 1 hour per day. But a study by IMS Raipur found that in India, kids under 5 are watching screens for 2.2 hours every day. And even babies under 2 are getting 1.2 hours of screen time daily, when it should be 0. Many parents think, what's the harm in giving a phone for 1 to 2 hours? It keeps the child quiet. Come, let's try to understand this better through a real-life story. This is the story of Ariv, a 9-year-old boy from Gurgaon, Haryana. His parents were both working professionals and had very busy schedules. When Ariv was just 1 year old, his parents started giving him a phone to keep him quiet while they worked. At first, it seemed like a simple and helpful solution. The child stayed calm, and the parents could focus on their jobs. But after a few months, things started to change. Ariv wouldn't eat unless he had the phone in front of him. Feeding him without the screen became almost impossible. This was a big warning sign, but his parents didn't take it seriously. When Ariv turned 4, he was given his own phone. Instead of playing outside with other kids, he spent most of his time on the phone. His parents were also worried he might mix with the wrong crowd outside, so they thought staying indoors with a phone was safer. Over time, this became a routine. Then one day, Ariv's eyesight got worse, and he needed glasses. His parents didn't think much of it. After all, both of them wore glasses too. But soon after, Ariv began complaining about frequent headaches. They took him to a doctor. The doctor said his screen time should be cut down, as it might be the cause of his headaches. By then, Ariv was so attached to his phone that taking it away caused serious problems. He would cry, scream, and even hit his head against the wall, just like a person addicted to drugs. Friends, Ariv's story is not rare. Across India and around the world, thousands of families are going through the same thing. Online, you'll see videos of small children crying and throwing tantrums when their phones are taken away. Many kids no longer go outside to play. They spend most of their time staring at screens. This means they get less sunlight, less time in nature, and that's harmful too. One serious problem caused by this is myopia or nearsightedness, or why. In the past couple of years, the use of digital devices has grown a lot across the world. Because of this, more and more people, especially children, are developing myopia, also known as nearsightedness. Experts in India warn that if this trend continues, by the year 2050, half of all children in India might suffer from myopia and will need to wear glasses. Another big concern is how screen time is harming children's sleep. When kids spend too much time on phones, tablets, or TVs, their natural sleep cycle is disturbed. A review of 67 studies on kids aged 5 to 17 showed that more screen time leads to less sleep. One study from Finland focused on younger children aged 3 to 6. It found that just 1 extra hour of screen time can reduce sleep time by 10 minutes. In a similar study done in China on kids of the same age group, 1 extra hour of screen time increased the chance of sleep disorders by 12%. This happens because of a hormone called melatonin. Our body releases melatonin when it gets dark, which tells us it's time to sleep. However, the blue light from screens stops melatonin from being made. This confuses the body and makes it harder to fall asleep, especially at night. As a result, deep sleep is reduced, and people may wake up feeling tired. Even though adults are affected too, children are more sensitive to screen light. Studies show that screens reduce melatonin in children twice as much as they do in adults. Poor sleep doesn't just make kids tired. It also affects how well they do in school, how much they can learn, and even their mental health. Some videos even show kids pretending to scroll on phones while sleeping, showing signs of screen addiction. This is a serious warning about how deep the problem has become. Another major problem caused by too much screen time is obesity. When kids spend most of their time on phones or tablets, they're not moving or playing outside. This lack of physical activity increases the risk of gaining extra weight. One surprising fact from the US shows how serious this is. Kids in America spend less time outdoors than prisoners in jail. That's a clear sign of how much things have changed. A survey in the UK asked 1,000 children what they thought about exercise at school. Shockingly, 23% of them believe that playing video games also counts as a form of exercise. Many parents also give their kids screens during meal times to help them eat. While it may seem like an easy solution, this creates a habit where children can't eat without watching something. Over time, this becomes a dependency. Research shows that people who eat while watching screens tend to eat more calories, which adds to the risk of obesity. One example is of an 18-month-old boy named Shub. He would not eat unless his mother played cartoons on a phone. This pattern is very common. A survey done in Mumbai, Pune, Ahmedabad, and Bengaluru showed that over 80% of mothers let their kids watch TV while feeding them. They believe it helps their children eat quietly. But this comes with serious side effects. Kids get so focused on the screen that they don't chew their food properly. Some even hold the food in their mouth for a long time. This can lead to tooth cavities and poor digestion. These problems may still sound small to some, but they are only the beginning. Too much screen time also affects how a child's brain develops. If young children spend many hours on screens, it can actually change the structure of their brain. This weakens something called executive function, skills that help us plan, control emotions, interact with others, and stay motivated. These abilities are very important for school, relationships, jobs, and overall mental health. One study published in JAMA Pediatrics found that when kids under the age of 1 spend more time on screens, their executive function is much weaker by the time they're 9 years old. The brain's parietal lobe, which helps with sensing things like touch, heat, and pain, is also affected. There's a video that shows this effect clearly. In it, a mother pretends to cough and falls down, acting as if something serious has happened. Normally, a child would be scared or try to help. But in this video, only 1 out of 3 children reacts. The other 2 don't even look away from the screen. It's as if they were hypnotized by the TV. In fact, the design of many digital programs creates this kind of effect. Bright colors, fast movements, repeating sounds, and patterns. All these things are made to keep kids hooked and make them forget the real world. This is why screen addiction happens so easily. Some YouTube channels take advantage of this. For example, shows like Cocomelon are designed in a way that keep kids addicted by using fast-paced, repetitive content. These shows are not made just for fun. They're made to keep kids watching as long as possible.